Hello again, it's Hammer Free Collectibles here. In this video, this is the Q&A video number 2, and hopefully I can answer your questions to the best of my abilities. And also, if you have more questions for me, please leave them on the comments for the next video. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, I have, I think I've got 1 to 3 questions that I need to answer. Okay, the first question was from Sanj Prasad. Okay, and he says, great video, Hammer. Of course, my nickname is Hammer. Okay, my question is, what advice would you give to newbies just entering the comic book collecting hobby? Okay, that's a good question, Sanj. Okay, my answer to that would be in probably 2 parts. The first part is that my advice to newbies that are just entering the comic book collecting hobby. Yeah, there is some comic books out there and many publishers like Marvel, DC, and independent books. In my 40 years of collecting comics, I have always enjoyed reading the comics that I buy. Okay, you newbies should follow this example and leave it as that. Then again, it is up to you if you want to spend on a comic on the hype which the industry dictates. Okay, this is part 2 of that answer. Okay, if you are suspecting on a comic, you should again like and read and enjoy the comic on its story and artwork, not only on the value of the comic. If it goes up in price due to the supplies and demand, or or a pending movie or TV show. Okay. Then again, you should be collecting for the enjoyment of the hobby. Read your comics and enjoy the artwork. Okay? I hope I answered that for you. Okay, the second question is from Dan Boyd. Okay, and he says, I see that you have graded slab comic books, i.e. CGC and the other companies, and raw keys. My question is, which do you prefer, graded slab comics or raw, and why? Okay, I'll say I do like graded slab comics because it guarantees the condition of the comics, and I like raw comics because I have been collecting them before all the graded slabs stuff came to place. I hope that answers your question, Dan. Okay. The third question is, I think Sanj and Dan would like this question and answer too. When you started buying comic books, where did you get them and manage to keep them in the conditions after buying it? Okay. When I first buying comics, I usually walk up to a drugstore called Brown's Drugs, and of course it's a store that sells comic books and magazines, and I go there all the time to get my comics and my sister's comics. and usually they have